starring Loretta Young.
Oh, well, I almost made it, didn't I? There. Hello.
Merry Christmas, Loretta.
Oh, thanks, fellas. Merry Christmas to you, too. And to you. Usually, we don't put our tree up until Christmas Eve. But this year, well, we sort of wanted to share this one with you. I received so many beautiful Christmas cards from you that we just tied them all over the tree. Doesn't it look beautiful? Not only helps to decorate them, but, well, it literally makes it a tree of well wishes from you to me. And, oh, I'm so thankful for that. One of the cards has a little note on it. And here it is. Dear Loretta, it says, from one mother to another, I have a favor to ask. My son is not well and has been in bed for the past 2 years. He is, however, improving every day, thank God. He enjoys watching you on TV and has asked me to ask you to please send him a Christmas card for his collection and to please sign it to Skippy, Merry Christmas from Loretta. Well, Skip, it's my pleasure. And here is your card. Now, this is a very special card for an especially courageous young man. And I promise you, you'll have it by Christmas morning. But right now, I want you to take a good look at your card and see if you don't think this is magic.
Across it all the time.
What do you want?
I got a letter for you.
What do you want me to do with it?
All the places I'm supposed to put them in are too high.
Watch out, kid, will you?
I wonder how old he is. Pretty old, I guess. About my father's age.
Now, look, kid, you'll have to find someplace else to play.
I'm not playing. All I'm trying to do is mail my letter to Santa Claus. And all the places I'm supposed to put them in are too high.
That's just what I need. Another letter to Santa Claus. Sure makes my day complete.
I'm glad you're glad.
I'm hysterical.
He sure doesn't look glad.
Get out of here, will you?
Okay, but you didn't take my letter. Will it get there right away? It's real important.
What's your name, kid?
Joe. What's yours?
Al. Now, look, Joe. It won't do any good to mail your letter, see? It won't go anyplace.
What?
Santa Claus has already left the North Pole, see? He can't get me more letters. Just give it to your folks. They'll take care of it for you.
Wait a minute, Al. I can't. I don't have any folks. I mean, I've got a mother, but she works at this bookshop all day. And I have to stay with Mrs. Anderson next door all the time after I get back from school. That's why I wrote the letter. I want my father to come home.
Where'd he go?
He just went away, that's all. He got hurt in this accident, and he just went away.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Santa Claus has just got to get my letter, and you just got to get it to him. My mother said my father was never coming home anymore, but I'm going to surprise her, see? You work here. You know how to get it to Santa Claus. You work here. You know how to get it to Santa Claus.
Kid, I told you.
My father's just got to come home for Christmas on the county. He promised me some marbles on an electric train. Did you hear me, Al?
Yeah, I heard you, but there's nothing I can do to help you, see? Now go on, beat it. I'm sorry, Joe, but I can't take your letter. Scram, will you?
Sure you can take it. It's got a snap on it and everything. I'll leave it here, and when you're not so busy, you can mail it, okay? I'll be back pretty soon. Tomorrow, I guess. There'll be an answer by then, huh? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. That sure is a good train. I wish I could stay here. But I promised Al yesterday to come back and get my letter today. Well, so long, train. I was looking all over for you. His face is still dirty.
Hi.
Did my letter come? It did come, didn't it?
Matter of fact, the letter did turn up this morning. Addressed to somebody named Joe.
That's me.
Yeah. Nobody could have been more surprised than I was.
See? It says J-O-E right there. Here, Al, read it. Hurry up. When is my father coming home?
Don't go jumping to conclusions. Take it easy till we see what the letter has to say, will you?
Hurry up.
Sit still. Dear Joe, thanks for your letter. I wish I could make sure your father was coming home for Christmas. I'm afraid I can't. So please don't count on it. However, have a Merry Christmas. Very truly yours, Santa Claus.
Is that all? There must be more.
Well, as a matter of fact, now that you mention it, marbles turned up this morning. I guess maybe they were for you.
See? He knew I wanted these marbles, and I got them. I better hurry and write him another letter about my father.
No, Joe, it's no use you're writing another letter.
I know. This time you write it, Al.
Now, look, kid.
And tell him not to forget the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I know, the electric train. You sure are a determined kid. But so am I, and right now I'm eating my lunch, so run along.
Is that a bologna sandwich? Is it good?
Could I possibly persuade you to join me?
Sure. Why don't you want to write this letter for me? Don't you know how to write letters?
Yeah, I know how to write letters. I know how to write letters, but I don't know how to get the right answers.
What's the matter? Don't you think you're going to get what you want for Christmas?
Well, you might put it that way. Only in the Army they call it a Dear John letter.
John? Your name's Al. Hey, that was a good orange.
Was it?
He sure can get crabby all of a sudden. Like that big lion that time my father took me to the zoo that had a toothache and tried to bite everybody.
Go on home, kid.
Is the Dear John letter real bad?
Just means that your girl married someone else.
Girls are sure dumb. Al, did your girl marry someone else?
Okay, kid, now if you've got any plans for this afternoon, don't let me keep you.
Thanks for the sandwich.
Okay.
Don't forget to write the letter and make it real good.
I thought we just went all through this. It's no use. It won't do any good.
Sure it will if you write it, Al. Better send it airmail. Bye.
Dear Joe, as I said in my first letter, I'm sorry, but I can't bring your father home for Christmas. I'd really like to, but I can't, so lay off. P.S. And don't ask Al to write any more letters. He has enough to worry about without you pestering him all the time. Santa Claus. Dear Joe.
Al, where are you? Al. Did my letter come? Is he coming home? Wasn't there anything for me? Is that a fried egg sandwich? It got lost. I'll just bet it did. Will you look for it?
I'm eating my lunch. I mean, we're eating my lunch.
It's good.
Don't they ever feed you at home or at school?
You're not supposed to eat at school. You're supposed to learn things. Didn't you ever go to school?
Off and on? What are you supposed to learn at school?
Drawing and things. What are you supposed to learn?
Drawing and things. I was going to be an architect.
Gee, that sounds swell. What is it?
An architect? Somebody who builds things, like houses and bridges. Help me eat this?
Sure. I wish I had a house. Could you build one for me, Al?
I'm afraid not.
Why not?
I just never learned how. I went into the army and then I never went back to school.
Why not? I sure wish I could learn to build a house.
It's pretty hard. Besides, that was a long time ago. A long time ago. I had lots of plans. They didn't include doing anything like this, believe me.
I could have helped him eat that candy bar. What's the matter with him anyway?
After this week, I won't even have this job.
Why don't you want to build a house? You could have a dog in the backyard and everything. Now, what did he do that for? There was still something in it.
I don't want a dog or a house or anything. Now go on home. I got lots of work to do. Go play with your marbles.
Okay, Al. Would you please look for my letter?
There isn't any letter.
He's real mad. Like my father the time I rubbed his watch in the bathtub. Gee, Al, I thought you were my friend.
I'm sorry, Joe. But you know you can't always get what you want for Christmas.
You do if you want it hard enough. My father said so.
I'm sorry, believe me. Now run along. Will you get lost? I haven't got any time to play more games.
Who asked you to play games? All I wanted you to do was all right for you. I don't like you anymore. And when I tell my mother, she won't either.
You're out kind of late.
I had to watch Mrs. Henderson bake some cookies. You want one?
No.
We have pictures of angels on them.
No thanks, kid.
It's yours cold. Al's face is blue and everything. My mother said last night my father really wasn't coming home. She said I shouldn't have bothered you. I'm sorry I bothered you, Al.
That's all right, kid. Everything bothers me.
Do you like cigars?
What?
Cigars.
No, I hate them. Why?
I had Mrs. Henderson buy you one. It's a Christmas present. I had her buy it with my own money.
As a matter of fact, there is one brand of cigars I do like.
What do you know? This just happens to be my brand. Thanks a million. I'll smoke it tomorrow for Christmas.
Why don't you smoke it now?
Okay.
He looks at that cigar like my father the time I put this real swell dead lizard on his plate at dinner. Don't you like my cigar?
I love it.
Its face doesn't look blue anymore. It looks kind of green.
Better get on home, kid. That lady will worry about you.
Who, Mrs. Anderson? She thinks I'm taking it up on account of my mother works late tonight. When she gets home, we're going out to buy a Christmas tree.
That ought to be fun.
Only I'm going to surprise her and have the tree up already, so we can put the electric train under it.
What electric train?
He never listens to me. Don't you remember that one I asked for in my letter?
I wouldn't count on it. You know, you can't be too sure about getting everything you want. For example, you need an electric train, but I need a new suit. One of us might be disappointed.
It'll come our way. Say, Al, do you like to put things on a Christmas tree?
Not much.
I do. That's why I'm going to buy a big one.
Got any money?
Sure. He must think I'm dumb or something. I had almost $1 saved up. Only I spent some money on your cigar. Uh-oh, he's getting mad or tired or something again.
Better get on home, kid. Forget about the tree and the electric train. Just get a good night's sleep.
You can sleep anytime, but not on Christmas Eve. It's too much fun.
Yeah.
I wonder if Al has any fun. Your cigar went out?
Yeah. I'm saving it for tomorrow.
Here, I'll leave these for tomorrow, too.
You know, you take them.
They're really yours. Most of them have pictures of angels on them, but one says Al. So long. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Joey, wait a minute. I just happened to think, I know a fella, and he sells Christmas trees. Real big ones for $25.
Geez, well, where?
Oh, about a block or so. I thought we might buy a tree and then catch a cab home. Where do you live?
3309 East Pine Street, Apartment C.
Hey, we're practically neighbors. If you don't mind, I've got to stop by in the way and take care of a little business.
Okay, I'm beginning to get excited. Aren't you, Al?
Yeah, sort of. Come on. Okay, Joe. Now let's see about that Christmas tree.
That sure is a swell train, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is good you helped me. Never could have gotten it as good alone.
Joe Dodds,
Yeah?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let me give you a hand.
It could be, Al.
What?
Box is big enough?
It is big enough for an electric train at that. Shall we open it and see?
Sure. Look, it is my train.
Well, what do you know? Come on, let's set it up.
And you said you don't always get what you want for Christmas. I bet when you go home, your suit will be right there.
You know, kid, I don't care if it is or not. If I don't get my suit, it'll be because I didn't want it badly enough. Just like you said.
Gee, Al, this is a real good engine. Hi, Mom. Gee, she sure looks tired and everything. This is Al. He helped me carry the tree home and put it up and everything. What's he smiling about? What's so funny anyway?
I'm awfully glad to meet you, Al.
She sure sounds funny. And why is her face all pink and everything, I wonder?
So beautiful.
Certainly is nice to meet you, Mrs. Dodds.
Joey, an electric train.
Yeah, it just now got here.
It did, huh? This is so kind of you. Just thanks for everything.
It was fun. It's a real pleasure.
Oh,
I really enjoyed trimming your Christmas tree.
I'm glad.
What's the matter with him? He said he doesn't like to trim Christmas trees.
Well, I guess I better be going now. You folks probably have things to do.
Well, we'd like you to join us. Wouldn't we, Joey?
Sure.
I brought home some nice fruitcake. Would you like a piece of it? And a nice hot cup of coffee.
That does sound good.
Fine. You sit right down and I'll have it ready in a minute.
Thank you.
He's so polite and everything.
I understand that you work at the post office.
Yes, ma'am. It's just temporary work.
Oh.
I'm thinking of going back to school and studying architecture.
Architecture. Oh, my. That sure sounds exciting.
What did he say that for? He doesn't like it at all.
That's really what I'm interested in.
Oh,
Building.
I see. Would you like a cigar? They've been here for quite some time, but the covering is supposed to keep them fresh.
Yes, thank you. I enjoy a good cigar.
Oh.
That's my favorite brand.
I sure do like the smell of cigar smoke.
It's kind of nice, isn't it? Especially with the smells of the tree and the coffee mixed in.
Yeah, I like it. You live around here?
I have a room a few blocks down.
Oh.
But it's just temporary.
Uh-huh.
Someday I'm going to build a house. I've always looked forward to owning my own house sometime. With a dog and a yard.
He sure must have changed his mind or something.
House and a dog. Sounds wonderful.
Hey, Al, how come?
You know, Joe, there's something I've been wanting to tell you for a long time.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Al.
Well, I'm ready. Oh, thank you. Joey, come and turn off the overhead light. I'll take your cap. There. This nice.
If you want something bad enough, and you say your prayers and keep your face clean and everything, you always get it some way. It's funny, but having Al here with Mom and me, it's just like having my father home for Christmas.
Oh, isn't he darling? Children have a way of bringing happiness to all of us just by being children. Honest, simple, and trusting. What is that wonderful quotation? A little child shall lead them. Good night. See you next week.